Hello and welcome to the June 22nd, 2026 Forestry Committee meeting. If you could all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, that would be great. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you very much. Danielle, can you please do attendance?
Sure. Michelle Cook?
Here.
Jimmy Burner, yeah. Sorry, Jimmy Fisher?
Here.
Doug Hirsch?
Here.
Mike Gendro?
Here.
Ray Brunel is absent, and Danielle Massey Quinn here.
All right, so we have enough for a quorum tonight? All right.
Yes.
Just a couple quick things. First thing is review of the meeting minutes. So we have two sets. First is for the last meeting, which was on May 28th. Second is for the June 1st site walk. Danielle, I know you weren't here. I appreciate you getting these done. And did anybody have any questions or anybody need to make any changes on them?
On the sidewalk one? We do.
Yeah, let's do the site walk and then we'll do the other one.
Okay. Barbara Sherman was there as well. It wasn't just her husband. It was Bob and Barbara.
Oh, you know what? I remember that. And I couldn't remember her first name. And I was going to put Mr. and Mrs., but that probably wouldn't have been appropriate. So can we add her to the...
You got it.
Yeah.
I know
Sorry
Mrs.
about
Sherman.
that. Thank you.
No, it's all good.
Yeah. I know when I was filling it out, I couldn't remember and I meant to reach out. Anything else? I would like to, if no one asks you a question, I would like to add, and we're going to talk about it, that we did get a letter from Mike Gagnon, who I want to thank for him taking his time coming down there, walking around for a couple hours. I'd like to add his letter that he sent along with the attachments, if we could add it to the agenda, the meeting minutes website.
Okay.
That way people who are there can go in and take a peek at it.
Yeah.
If that's good with everybody, I'd like to add
Please.
that to it. Sure. Anything else on the site walk to make changes at all, or?
And just on the first part where we talked about the trees.
Yes.
Those trees aren't on our property. They're on the abutting property, just so people aren't worried that they're on ours.
Oh, the row of trees,
Right.
yeah. Exactly, yeah.
Oh, the red pine.
The red pines, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we should, reach out to him and let him know, and, I gotta put that on there. Because like he said, most of them are dead, from top up, down, and eventually they'll fall. It's too bad, because they look so good on that
Really
area.
pretty.
Yeah. So if we could make that change,
Yep, noted.
all right. Any other changes? Everybody good? Let's
Good.
take a motion to accept those meeting minutes.
I will make a motion to accept the meeting minutes for both. I'll second that.
Well, for both, are we good? All
You
right.
good? Yep.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So 4-0-0. All right.
And that's for both minutes as well?
Yep,
No amendments in the first? The first one's approved as amended?
yep.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Next up, open forum. Anybody out there like to come up and speak on behalf of the town or anything you'd like to bring up? All right. Open forum is closed. All right, so new business. First thing I wanted to do was bring up is the site walk and just kind of review it a little bit. We did receive, obviously a lot of people were out there that day walking and, enjoying the beautiful day we were out there. But it took a couple, maybe about a week and a half where Mike Gagnon, who's from the UNH co-op, was able to write up, just a brief summary of everything that, he, suggested, just some ideas and stuff like that. Did everybody have a chance to read through it? And if so, would anybody like to say anything about it?
Well, as he puts it, it's recommendations on what we could be doing, not
Yeah.
what we have to do, yeah.
No, correct, yeah, if we do want to make any changes on our, management plan, there's a process to go through that depending upon the extent of it. Some of the bigger stuff, if we want to make changes, we could go through the forester, get his recommendations for it. Minimal things we can, don't really have to go too far. I forwarded you guys an email on if we wanted to make any changes to the FMP. So, I thought it was very well written out. Did you want to bring something up, Michelle?
No, I just thought it
Yeah.
was well-written.
Yeah, I thought it
The
was great.
suggestions were great, doable.
Yeah, I thought everything was pretty good. I think the, the easiest change is, one, if you guys are gonna go up and do some work over to the community garden and maybe try to, hug that, the edges as best you can.
Yeah, coming in from Moon Shadow, we can take a hard left and,
Yeah.
yes, Mr. Chair.
All right.
Coming in from Moon Shadow, we can take a hard left and try and hug the tree line as best we can.
Yeah,
But as soon as we get around what Dougie and I had cut for the glossy buckthorn and so on, the invasives, we're really going to have to get out back into the middle of the field again. There's no way around that, so.
yeah.
We'll do the best we can. I talked to Steve Doherty about it, and he's a little leery about taking his tractor through that. Mm-hmm. His truck actually with the trailer, because it might get hung up, but he'll do the best he can. We'll try and work around that. All right?
What, coming along the side there?
Yeah, coming along, because I guess there's some boulders and things that we might have to. He might hang his trailer up on it. So.
Yeah, you certainly don't want to,
Well, I
put
think
yourself
if
in
we put
danger
most
at
of the
all.
traffic down along the side there, if we gotta cut through the field once in a while, like with his trailer or something.
Yeah, we'll do the best we can to keep the habitat. I guess is what we're trying to do. Is
Yeah, it'd be good to just kind of grow that back, because that'd be a whole nother, section of field.
yeah.
I believe that road was worn in too when they were doing the trail. They were back and forth. through there
Part
so
of it,
much.
yeah. And there was
That's-
one directly straight across from Moon Shadow, like straight out.
Yeah.
But that's kind of grown into it this
Yeah,
one. So.
I think if we, there was a lot of action going on there for the last 12 to 18 months, and I think if, you guys have to go in there a couple times a year, you can try your best and
Yeah, we'll do the best we
try to
can.
keep that from, even if you don't go over the same spots over and over either, you know what I mean, where it creates that path, but I know you're not going out there by hand to till the land.
No, we're not. There's not a lot to do right now at this point,
Yeah.
but I mean, at the end of the season, we will have to go in there and probably put some winter rye down or something and put that garden to bed at the
Yeah,
end of the season, so there's no erosion. And fix some nitrogen, back into the soil and so on.
yeah. One of the things that he brought up, and we talked a little bit about it before camera, is the situation with turtles. They like that. He saw a couple of areas where the turtles were scratching and laying eggs in that on the All Persons Trail because they like that gravelly, material. One thing he suggests is, and I think, he said maybe reach out to your forester or wildlife biologist in the future. Maybe we can come up with an idea where we can put something away from that area, hopefully deter the, turtles from coming in that area.
We can put trail crossing signs that'll keep
We
them
could
in
put,
one place, right?
hopefully they read them, yes, that would be good. But I mean, when they're digging holes too, it creates, an indent and God forbid somebody falls and, breaks an ankle or something like that.
So this is something we put like a load of coarse sand or something in an area like off the trail, away from human traffic and so on, I guess would be a good
I
idea.
think right across, he said, was perfect.
Yeah, right
Once they
across
cross
from-
over the all-person trail, it's perfect sand right there.
Okay.
They just need to cross it.
All right.
Yeah, under that mossy stuff he was pointing out.
So where it goes into the wood line at the
Right
end of
around,
the field?
yeah.
Okay.
So he was saying that was perfect.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't specify other than some, sandy material, so I can't see it being, sand is pretty inexpensive.
Yeah, something easy for them to dig in. I know in my field, the snapper turtles and so on, they get on the edge of the pond area and they dig in. And
Yeah,
Like
But they're
in sand pits too, the one that's on the near Persistence property, there was a bunch of turtles in the sandbanks over there all the
yeah,
time.
they do like that sand, that open sand.
so, yeah, something to think about, maybe we could do, in the fall for, next mating season and stuff like that.
Yeah, show me where that spot is again, Michelle, at some point. And,
Right. If you hit the turtle pond,
Yeah,
right on your left. All from there to the field.
okay.
He was saying it's like all like almost like a moss.
Yeah, I forget what you
yeah.
called it,
All
yeah.
below that is all sand. He said perfect.
Okay. It's kind of in the field area, but just
Right,
on the edge
right.
of the wood line?
Yeah.
Right.
And all the way. Even
It's not really growing
in.
anything.
No.
Well, it's not growing.
Yeah,
Like
it's not
that.
growing
You know,
much.
fake
No,
hay or
it's just
something,
that
yeah.
mossy stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, maybe put some sand over there, and that'll keep them from tracking all the way over to the APT, which was good. What else did I have on here? I mean, he seemed to, like the mowing rotation that, stick on the, once every 3 years. Certainly we can let it go a little longer if we have to, or, do it a little more often if we start seeing invasives get in that area. I think we're down there enough to kind of monitor that, I think. Everybody in agreement on that? And he did mention, that one, and I remember he pointed out, I think it was called that black swallow wart, which is small right now, and
It's only a
he
small
seems to think
cluster.
he seems to think if we kind of attack that we, might be able to kind of eradicate it once and for all. So
Yeah, that area wasn't too big, right?
No,
No,
it
no,
wasn't-
it's-
we-
you can
we
almost
got
count it
almost-
on your hand how
We
many
just
there
went out like
were.
with a weed whacker, just hit them like.
I think we said you had to pull them because the
Pull 'em
seeds
out?
will drop, yeah, you gotta take them out.
Yeah, there's a certain, there is a, was it a pesticide?
There was a spray, yeah, there was a
Yeah,
I saw some of that in
Pesticide,
my
yeah.
field this week.
Yeah, he
Mowing,
recommended.
a little bit of it for the first time.
So again, we could, we could get the advice of Eric if we want to. He can come down and give us an idea on it. Unless, like I said, somebody has he was pretty specific in the invasive species section on how to deal with that. And, as long as the cost isn't, outrageous. The other thing that I got from him, and certainly you guys can chime in, was how far do you guys want to go with this? You could spend thousands and
You could keep
thousands of
going there
dollars
forever.
there.
You wouldn't-
It'll
you
never
wouldn't
get
catch
rid
up.
of all of it. So I think, we got to come, try to stay on top of it, not let the glossy buckthorn get as big as and bad as it was.
It's already gone to berries in my field. I pulled a lot out this weekend.
Yeah.
It already has berries on it, so.
But if
So
we let that area grow, the canopy will kill it too.
right, yeah, that would
yes.
definitely
Right,
help.
yeah.
Yeah. So, but until that grows, we kind of have to deal with it, and I think keeping an eye on that area that you guys blocked out.
Yeah, you grubbed an area out, so we're gonna see what happens with that.
Yeah,
Get all
and
the
if
roots out
that
of
like it's gonna come back, but if we can slow it down by 6 months, like that still saves us a lot of time. And I'm one person, but with you guys growing food there and stuff, and all the animals that go in there, I'm not a big fan of putting any type of herb or pesticide down, but that's just me. So
I understand. Yeah,
I would like to
mentioned
try
that
to stay
before.
on top of it. We got a little behind schedule with Dave Abear not hitting it when he thought we were gonna, and I think if we try to stay on top of it, we can do so. And if we get some real bad areas, then we're gonna have to, decide if we want to.
And actually, some of the worst areas was that lower area where I grubbed out that area, all around there. It's actually a pretty easy spot to mow with a tractor with a bush hog behind it. Wouldn't take that long if we kept up with that, maybe, even once a year at least, or even
With
a
the
couple
side that
times.
I did, the flatter end.
Like where you broke your mower?
Yeah.
Like that whole,
In there,
that
yeah.
whole area right there was actually pretty nice ground.
And I think the key is not to let them get
Yeah.
To the
just
berries,
keep whacking them down, see if it kind of slows them down,
yeah, and
kill
then
them
hopefully
off.
the canopy comes up, maybe slows it down.
We'll just monitor the growth, in the next few weeks, a few months, whatever. Just see what they're doing out there.
Yeah,
Because Dougie got them right down. Well, we both got them right down to the ground,
yeah.
but they are pretty resilient.
Yeah, the root systems are in there good.
Extensive. Anything else on here that you guys wanted to bring up or talk about at all, or? I thought, like I said, it was well laid out. Anybody watching or listening to this another time, we'll upload, his findings on the town's website under our meeting minutes. So you have the ability to check them out at any point. And like I said, I just think we stay on top of the area, and like he was saying, about mowing. He's like, you may not have to mow it every 3 years if it's like not out of control. Keep an eye on, bigger trees and stuff like that.
Yep.
And if we can get it into like a defined 3 spots, I think that would be pretty good. All in agreement on that?
Yeah, even if we had a couple small sections or something.
Yeah, I think you could hit an area. Maybe it's a combination of 2 areas, but you want to kind of stay on top of it. I think would be something we just need to keep in mind.
You don't think a push mower while I'm there would work?
You want to push it around.
No, well, I'm just gonna chop it, you know what I mean? There'd be one less tractor right in there,
The buckthorn,
yeah.
I think that'd be a little tough. You better have
You'd need like a DR brush mower, like Larry or something. You just have to walk behind DR brush mower.
But the thing is, like your mower or mine, it really gets right down, takes it right down to the roots, breaks, the stems, gets it right down to the ground.
Yeah, it's not like they have like little hammers, kind of like little whole bunch of them like on a
Yeah, it
drum. and they
spins
got
around
really-
like, yeah, they
They beat
really,
stuff down pretty good. It's not like a rotary mower, a little different.
Yeah, because, and also the root system is kind of, when you mow it, it's a kind of a crown, they're all together.
So not like a industrial weed whacker either with the big plastic pieces?
No,
not the
you're gonna
wire
get the
whips,
smaller
but the-
stuff, but you're not gonna get it down deep.
yeah. I say we keep an eye on it over the next couple of months, like you said.
Yeah, why not? And,
You know, if you can get in there without having to bring a big machine, great. If there's another way, but, we'll do our best, I think is the, best way to approach that area. It's like the most used area in town, so, that's my thoughts on it. Anyone else, or we can move on to the next item? All right,
Well, one more question, sorry,
Sure.
it just came to me. So are we gonna rope off, like keep the dogs out of that section again? We talked about it on the walk.
the center section?
Yeah. So like people aren't cutting through anymore,
Well, once it grows in, they probably would stop, I would think, right?
but it won't grow in if people keep walking on it.
Well, I mean, how far are we gonna go with this?
I mean, just like a sign closed for plant regrowth,
I mean, you could put a sign there, I'd rather
you know
do
what I
that
mean,
than
like a
put in
little-
something with a,
like a little sign on a stake, closed for regrowth.
We could
Habitat
probably do
management.
something
that's
like
not a
that.
bad idea.
You know
Instead
what
of
I
putting
mean?
a fence
One on
up,
each side, yeah, I don't want,
yeah.
It would keep most of the traffic out of there.
yeah, just a
That's a
sign.
long, people can access that from both
Either
sides, so
side,
they can
right.
come in
I'll
on
put
the
two
trailer
signs,
on the
one
other
on each
side
side.
and the other way, so.
Yeah, because once it starts growing in, nobody will go in there for ticks reasons, I think.
I don't think it matters what we do. People are still gonna walk out there if they want to,
Yeah, I'm just thinking for growth.
so.
I have no problem putting a little sign up if you want to.
I'll go out and put a couple
Yeah,
signs.
just make it so it doesn't fall apart in the rain.
Yeah, I'll seal it,
Yeah,
I'll laminate it.
yeah. Just put on there. Probably
Close for plant.
delicate area.
Yeah.
Regrowing or something.
Okay.
You'd be good with that. Are you guys? I'm good with that. Are you guys all right with it? Yeah. If you can deter people from going on there, great. But like Jimmy said, we're not going to be the walk police. And if they go out there, they go out there. But less traffic would be better for it.
There's a lot of people that go out there now with the all-persons trail, so I mean,
Yeah, it's so.
do the best we can, but things are gonna happen. And we had to put a sign on the well, the community garden, because people are going over there and messing around with the well. They lift the handle up and it gets the prime out, and then it's a pain in the butt, so.
I always liked doing that when I was a kid.
I know you do.
It's fun.
It is good.
You pump something and it works. It's kind of a neat thing. So, yeah, if you want to do that, that'd be great.
I'll get it done.
Maybe snap a photo, send it to us how it looks. That'd be great.
Perfect.
All right. So, yeah, thank you. So moving on. So I'm just going to add this in as like 1B because I forgot to add it on our agenda. But the timber sale contracts, they came through Eric. I forwarded them over to you. So each section, Calitri and Moose Pond, has their own contracts. It's their 7 pages each one. I
Yes.
talked with Eric about it, asked him if there was anything, that we should be looking for. I mean, he said they're pretty much like bullet plate,
Like a generic type.
Yeah, he's like, there's really nothing fancy about it. If there's anything in those areas that we feel that we need to, add to it, we can do so. And, depending upon what it is, could add to a cost, and do something. I had asked, if you want to chime in, I asked Doug about it because you've probably seen these more than us.
Yeah, and it's a regular general contract, and
Yeah. In those areas, I don't know of anything that, I don't know of any rock walls that I'd be concerned about. There's really nothing out there.
Yeah, there's not a lot of bound walls
Isn't
running
it?
through it, like running through the property itself, so.
When you first go into Calitri, there's that stone wall, remember?
Right, which is already kind of
It's
knocked
already-
down.
yeah. it's
Okay,
not
so
much
we
of a
can't get
wall,
them to
it's-
repair that then,
yeah.
okay.
Well, because that's an
That's the
entrance,
landing,
yeah.
okay.
So we would always kind of keep that open, kind of like Woven Park is I think similar,
open.
where there's a little section where it's opened up. So, I mean, unless I read through them, they seem pretty cut and dry to me. I would just need to sign these, and then I can send them over to Eric, and he can put them over to the company, and then I don't know how quickly we'll get an answer back when they'll put them on their schedule, but the sooner I get them over to him, the better. I just wanted to wait till the meeting so we could all kind of look through them and discuss it. But
yeah, obviously it looks like a general contract, nothing.
yeah. So if you guys are good with it, anybody, I'll take maybe take a motion on these that will accept the contracts as as written, and I'll sign them and send them off.
Yeah, I'd make a motion to accept the way it's written up. I mean, it's Eric's job to, take care of that too, so he's
Yep.
pretty good with that.
Are we gonna do a motion, will be for both of them at once? or
You know, we
the
might as well
single?
do a motion
both
for
at
each.
once.
Yeah. What do you think, Danielle? We do two at once?
You should do them independently.
Yeah. All right, let's do the, I'll take a motion for the Calitri and take a motion for the Moose Pond area.
All right, I'll make a motion to accept Calitri, the contract, the way it's written.
Okay.
I'll
Do I have a
second.
second?
All right.
All in favor? Aye.
And I'll make a motion for the Moose Pond.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. You got that, Danielle?
I do, thank you.
4040. Thank you. I'll get those off to Eric tomorrow. All right, so that's all set. And then, so I forwarded you guys, so we received all the bridge estimates that came over from the Trail Subcommittee. And I printed them out, went through them all. I know we don't have the funds to be able to do these right now at this point. And it is something that, if the committee agrees to it, that maybe we could, put something together and go in front of conservation and see if we can, see if they would be willing to access those funds to be able to help out with this. The one thing with, estimates that usually good, up to 30 days. I did talk with the chairman, John, and on the estimate, which is 26-006. If you guys want to pull that one up.
Okay.
That was the one that was replace existing Pungian build and install new bridge 40 feet by 4 feet with railings on both sides. I believe this was the one where if we wanted to eliminate it,
Said non-essential.
huh?
He wrote
Yeah, it's like
non-essential.
non-essential, yeah. I mean, if that's the case, I mean, I don't see the need to spend, $6,500,
halfway around
$6,600, yeah.
This is where, what property is this on?
This is the one, let me just pull up.
Was it on the Compass?
You said remove,
The Beaver
replace
Pond.
existing, oh. That's the one that's right by where the beaver dam is, right? Okay.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he had said, hello, Mike. This is the quote to replace the long, narrow
not that
Pungian
one.
bridge
The one
also
with
on.
the one with the ropes on it.
No, that's not this one.
It says, this is the
That's
quote
what
to
it's in,
replace a long, narrow Pungian bridge also on Beaver
it's not-
Pond
not remove
Loop
that one.
Trail.
Keep this one, take it off.
Yeah, you're pointing at that one you're talking
This
about?
is the one that I went with. That was a picture that
Yeah,
I don't think that's it. There's no ropes on it.
No, that's not that one.
With railing both sides.
this is it, Jim. That's the bridge.
That's the one Tim built.
Huh? Well, this is the one that he's saying that.
We can eliminate that completely.
Yeah, he said,
Okay.
this is the quote to replace the long, narrow Pungian bridge also on the Beaver Pond
That one, yeah, that's the one.
This one.
Loop Trail. This is more of a convenience bridge with a short walk around a bypass. A bypass is available.
Okay.
Certainly a more direct route, but it is not essential.
All right, gotcha.
So, I mean, I'm fine with, not touching this one if we don't need to. I mean, maybe down the road we revisit it, but, for now, I don't see me personally, I would be fine with kind of pushing this one and eliminate it for now. It says right on here, this is a more of a convenience bridge with a short walk around bypass, and a bypass is available.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
that's something we could remove out of here if we didn't need to. And, again, maybe we can revisit it, maybe down the road if we decide we want to do something, or we add a new trail or something like that. But again, I'm just, one voice on this. If you guys think differently, I'd be fine. And as far as the, remaining bridges, if we want to, I think it would be, to me personally, I think it'd be a good idea. The way that, we can go to the, to the conservation funds, there's a process to do it. Subcommittee discusses it, they talk in their end about what they'd like to do, then they present it to us. And then, we talk about it, we make a decision whether we want to, and then we would go together with the trail subcommittee and put together a package and say, hey, here's what we want to do, and, see what they come from there.
Is there a priority on which one should go first? Have they looked at it? Or?
I'd have to look back at our notes on which ones were priorities. I don't have it in front of me on which ones. Does anybody remember?
No, I still have questions on the bridges.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine, yeah, go ahead.
I still don't see how on the one that's 26005, his estimate for that one.
Yep, the one for 9,600,
Yes,
yeah.
it's not even the price. But how do you support 30 feet without supports?
Wasn't there, they were talking about a piece of dry land in the middle that they could reach?
But it's the beaver dam, so that's not like virgin soil. That could shift at any time. How did you span from dry to a beaver dam, and then from the beaver dam over? How is that going to stay
I
supported?
think that's what he was talking about. There was a
A hump
in
of
the
dirt,
middle of
right.
something.
There's dirt in the middle.
Yeah, dirt in the middle.
But when you build a bridge, usually it's not on a piece of dirt that skinny. How is that not going to sink?
I mean, I can reach out to MB Power and Services, and, if he can kind of give us a better explanation, all right, no
Yeah,
problem with
I
that,
mean-
yeah.
Yeah,
I
what
just-
John was talking about, there was a.
I thought there was a
span,
middle, like
another
solid
hump or
landing in
something.
the
Sense of
middle.
picture.
It's broken down into two sections, right?
Right,
Yeah.
two
Correct,
30
yeah,
foot.
4,800 each.
Yeah.
But if you go 30 feet of a span with nothing holding it, what's your support beams on the side?
You can laminate them together to get, you could use 20 footers or whatever, and laminate them together to get that span if you'd like. That
But
will work.
He has 30 by 6 feet too. I don't know why it's 6 feet, but install the timbers to keep the bridge up and out of the mud. A 30-foot span can't support itself. It's going to sink. The weight of it itself, without anybody on it or a snowmobile.
What do they usually use for the ends on those things?
They just sit on the land.
Well, he probably has like a 6x6 or something that to support.
Right, like the.
Crossways.
I just don't see how it's not going to sink.
Well, I'll reach out
30
to him,
feet
yeah,
of wood
I'll
is a
have him
lot
see
of
if he
weight.
can put together a little more detailed. I'm not a, general contractor with,
Yes,
like,
you-
what can
yeah.
hold what and all that stuff.
He has built a lot of bridges for us, and they all seem to be holding up really well.
A 30
so.
feet span onto a beaver dam?
Well, if you have a question on it, maybe you
Yeah,
should
I'm
just
just-
talk to him and see
yeah.
what.
Yeah.
Pick his brain, see what's going on.
So his name and numbers on the top right-hand side?
I can call him.
Yeah, give him a call,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, if you want, I'll do a CC email and
Okay.
you can reach out
I'm
to
just
him,
curious
yeah.
how that doesn't sink.
Yeah, I feel free to give him a call. I mean, he's done impeccable work with the bridges and
Yeah,
the
and
stuff he's
again,
built. We've never had problems
I don't know
with
him.
Yeah.
He could be sitting there and I don't know him. This is nothing personal against him. I'm like, I
definitely
don't know
not
if he's
there.
here or watching. I don't know you, so I have nothing personal. I just,
Yeah.
You'll have to get to know him, I
yeah,
guess.
it's nothing
Yeah, he's a
about
good
him.
guy.
I just don't understand.
He does a lot of work for Wyndham too.
Yeah,
He's
he's-
like the trail bridge guy around town, around the area.
All the bridges I've seen him build seem to be holding up really well, so.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we can reach out to him and like I said, we're not going next month in front of conservation
Right,
with
our
any of this
paper's not
stuff.
going to be done.
I just think why not try it? It'd be good to, see if we can get a little assistance from the new conservation funds and put together a package. It'd be kind of interesting to see how it works.
I'm not sure when those papers are going to be done, though.
No, exactly. Yeah, they're not ready yet either, so I know we're not ready.
Right.
So, so it'll be good to see when that works. But yeah, how about that? If you want, I'll introduce you with Mike on an email, and then
Okay.
maybe give him a call
Perfect,
or
I'll call
email
him.
him, whatever you feel
Okay.
is most comfort. He's pretty easy to get in touch with, though.
Okay.
Any other ones that you have any questions on, or
I have more questions.
Yeah,
Sorry.
go ahead.
I emailed you about
yeah?
the emergency. Can we get that off so that when they do go to conservation, it's not an emergency?
Oh, yeah. Just more or less, it's
Just say
leave it as
snowmobile.
it's going to be a
Just say
snowmobile bridge.
snowmobile.
Yeah,
It-
I would say more of a. I think I said back to you was what was the word I used?
I don't
Like,
know, but I'm just not comfortable with anything unless the chief says we need this. I don't want anything stated as an emergency because that might sweep people.
Yeah,
to vote. a
yeah,
different
I
way.
would just say it's, it's a multi-use bridge. That's what I would list it at that instead. Because you could have someone going over with a horse.
Yeah.
On a snowmobile, or again, if they do need it for emergency reasons, but
Yeah,
yeah,
but
we
you
can
can
make
get
that
the
change.
UTV over, I
Which one
guess.
is that one on? Was it
Like
on,
that.
All of them. That's how we wrote it for each one.
Do they allow horses to go over those bridges? That's a little iffy.
If your horse is brave,
kinda
I
slow
guess.
yeah, if you're not afraid,
My horse would not cross a bridge, 30 feet.
And I don't think I'd want to bring a horse across a plank bridge.
There are people who definitely do it.
Just
We have
every
people
horse is
behind us
different,
that do
right?
it all the time.
Yeah, we had one on
Mine
Beaver
would
Brook
not.
years
Yeah.
ago, and it was done with
Not that I
3-inch
know
pine.
much about horses.
And somebody
I would
brought a
think
horse across there. It's like, there's no way I would ever bring a horse across
Human and the
that.
horse have to
Yeah.
bond well enough to.
Yeah, I'd be
Save each
afraid of
other.
like a foot falling
Yeah,
through
that's a
and
lot
you
of
break a
pressure per
leg or
square
something
inch.
like that. So was it remove like emergency use?
Just where it says emergency UTV standard.
Yeah, I would just rather it be add multi-use bridge or something like that
That's fine.
instead. Yeah, I can do that. Do you guys have any problems with that?
It's kind of the same thing, multi-use, so just getting rid of the emergency on it.
Yeah, we can do that if we do go in front of conservation. So when we're ready for that, we'll talk further about it and put together a presentation and stuff and make sure it all looks, all looks good and, we cover all our bases on it. So, any other questions on bridges or estimates or anything like that?
I have one more question.
Sure.
So when you guys went to conservation for Hudson,
Yeah,
they want us to co-sign, a DES, New Hampshire DES permit. We said we'd split it.
I don't think we're gonna need a permit.
I think they were going through because
it
the
said
town
that-
has a different,
Yeah, because it's an existing infrastructure to repair it, but we'd have to reach out, John would have to reach out to Hudson.
Yeah, the minute said that Pelham Forestry Committee would need to co-sign the New Hampshire DES trail permit application.
that's
Yeah,
in
that
Hudson.
might have changed. I'm not positive, but that
And
might
it
have
says
changed.
the trails permit by notification fee for the New Hampshire DES for the proposed Gumpus Musquash Trail crossing through the wetlands.
You talking about Gumpus or the trolley bed?
Maybe it's the Gumpus one now.
Yeah, because
Sorry, I was
the
thinking
trolley
trolley.
bed, because the guy, the DPW said the DPW.
Yeah, that we're fine with that one.
Yeah.
So the Gumpus one.
Is it through
I
that
didn't know
new
we
one
had
at
to get
Nesky
a-
property?
No,
All right.
right? That's not through Netscape.
With the glacier erraticas, is that what you're talking about? That one?
It says, he met with John Picard and James Fish as member of the Pelham Trails Committee and walked the trail from Gibson Road to Raymond Park in Pelham. They were gonna clear a number of trees.
That's the trolley bed.
Right, that's what I thought, right?
Yep.
So, the grading work would be done.
Yeah, we might not need to do anything with DES on that, on the Hudson end.
Okay, I just didn't know we have to co-sign.
But John would have to talk to Carl on that one.
Yeah, that was just in their December minutes.
I haven't
Yeah.
signed anything.
Right, so I didn't
Yeah.
know if John signed. That's why I'm like, do we have to pay? Do we owe somebody money?
No, I don't think
That
so.
was on the December minutes?
Yep.
Well, on the meeting we had.
We walked after that.
Yeah, we walked after that, and they were talking about the DPW, something about their kind of exempt from things like that.
Okay,
Yeah,
I didn't
and
see that.
Yeah, I'm not positive. I think we
Yeah.
might be okay with that. Without.
If something comes up in the future, we'll have to obviously address it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I just didn't know what we were signing.
Nothing's come in front of me.
Yeah,
or-
nothing
Okay.
yet.
I usually forward you guys everything that I get in email, so I don't have anything, and no one's asked me to sign anything. And if it does come up in front of us again, we'll talk about it. All good with that?
Sure.
All right. Put this to rest. So on the next items up, so Conservation Commission expenditures, I forwarded you guys an email on the process on that.
Yes.
There's not really anything we can do right now because Conservation still hasn't finished their way of distributing out the funds. So until that happens, we have a process that we have to follow. If it's coming from the Trails Committee votes, they come to us, we vote, and then we'll go in front of Conservation, plead our case and see what they, if they agree to it. I think, any questions on that? Nope. Good. All right, procurement policy. So after our last meeting, we had reached out to Joe Rourke and asked him if he could help us out with, bids and estimates and stuff like that. I had forwarded you guys the response back from Joe, as well as the the policy for it, which you guys could have all printed out and read it. Just in a quick nutshell, anything that we have for estimates that are $10,000 or below, not that we don't want to send them out for bids, but we don't have to send them out for bids if we vote on it, and we can. I'll add to it that, prior to, these boards change all the time, but we did at one point, send out and ask people to give us bids and stuff like that. We never got anybody else to do it. I've never had anybody reach out to me in the 3 years that I've been chair saying, hey, I build bridges in other towns. Do you guys ever look for anybody like that? So I haven't had anybody that's, looking for work or anything like that either. And again, prior to, we, at one point, you're a general contractor, you've been working in this your whole life. At one point, Paul Gagden's been doing that for a long time too, not to bring him up, but, we've never had any issues with Mike's costs, for doing these bridges. And he builds, like I said, a great bridge. I just, I think following the procedures that we have from our Board of Selectmen who create these things is probably the best way to go about it. If we run into something that's over $25,000, then we have to go through the, the proper steps to put out an estimate out there. But the bridges that we're looking at, it's not a collective cost. It's each one of these is individual. We don't do them all at once. So if that's, we look at each one of them. So if they're under $10,000, we can talk about it, we can vote on it. And if we decide to move forward with it, then we do so. And I think that's as, transparent as, we can be.
Yeah, that's where I was getting hung up, because it seems like he's getting all the bids, which then in total are like a lot.
Yeah, no, exactly, yeah.
So
we do the same thing with our forester who does, all the timber harvest, you know what I mean? We don't reach out to 3 different foresters and say, hey, can you give us estimates on all this stuff?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, we've thought about that, and, Eric does a great job. He's been doing it for a long time. And, he changed the name of his company over the last few years, but, if it's not broke, let's not change it. But, I think we're extremely transparent about, what we do. And if at some point we have an issue with, him and, Mike Taylor doing, bridges, or if someone else comes along, I have no problem, doing so. But, the Board of Selectmen, set up a policy for us, and I think it's good that we have, something to go by, and I think that helps us out. All right? The last thing was, we touched upon a little bit, the forest management plan clarification. Again, I was more interested in bringing Mike Agnew down there to get his ideas, because we've done a lot down there. Seems like everything's still in pretty good shape, and if we can just do a couple of small things, which is not changing the plan, but, more or less just try to stay out of the middle, maybe put a sign up, do something with the turtles. I don't think that's, asking for, the management plan to be completely written. And
No, it doesn't need to be.
yeah, unless we have something major change with any of our, town forests or lands that we manage, I wanted to just get a kind of a breakdown of how it operates, and now we all have it. That all good?
Yeah.
All right, so that's all set. Next thing we have is the tree of the month, the mountain ash.
Yeah.
So I'd love to
go.
hear more about it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, actually. Dougie knows quite a bit about him.
Do we have them in this area?
Yeah, you were on the walk up to, no, you weren't on that walk. Because we found some on the trail, on the rail trail up there,
There's quite a
pointed
bit.
some out there.
Oh, really?
There's quite a few of them around here, but nothing ever very big around here.
Yeah, there was some out there that were probably 1.5 in diameter?
Yeah, I don't think.
Yes, sir.
Well,
1.5 in
just see,
diameter?
It's just much better when you're
I'm
closer to
sorry.
the microphone.
I get so relaxed sitting back.
I know,
there.
that's
Sorry.
why. We need a longer mic for you.
Yeah, there was some out there, and they're very beneficial to the habitat out there.
Oh, absolutely, and they're pretty trees in the springtime when they're
Yeah,
flowered out.
flowers,
too.
berries.
The wildlife like the berries, and I think they actually have a use for some people use those berries medicinal for some inflammation or something.
Yeah.
But you can't eat them raw because there's an acid in there we shouldn't be eating.
Yeah.
Do they have a big cover, like, for like deer in the winter or any animals? Or do they
There's quite a
drop
few
all their
berries on
trees?
Yeah,
I mean, do they drop all their leaves every year?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they drop their leaves. Every year, I guess they don't grow as many. Some years they'll have a really good crop of berries. and
Well, even the
other years
flowers. Some years there's hardly
Yeah,
any
it's
flowers.
hardly
on
any,
the
but-
next year they're loaded with them.
Right, but when they're loaded with them, cedar waxwings, robins, they drop the rabbits, eat them. Turkeys, wild turkeys will go up there and eat them. They're very beneficial. So it's quite an unusual tree, and I guess you can use the wood to make baskets out of, you said, Doug?
Yep. They actually take that wood and they actually cut them the length they want, and they'll take another wooden club and they'll pound on the stuff, and they peel strips off. And then I don't know if they dry them out or they just weave the baskets out of them. In fact, there's somebody in town I used to save some for because they didn't eat a lot of it. Yeah. And she used to make baskets with it.
Yeah, I have a few around my house, and they seem to be doing very well against the emerald ash borer. Doesn't really seem to be bothering the ones that I have around my house. I don't know what you've noticed.
Well, they're a little different than an ash. They're actually, they call them mountain ash, but I think they're related to like an apple or something. There's something a little
Oh, yeah,
different
it
about
says
it.
in here, yeah.
It's not, they call them mountain ash, but it's not in the ash family for some reason.
Do they
Right.
grow straight or crooked like an apple tree?
They kind
Kinda
of look
straight.
like them. The bark almost kind of looks like it's a little more shaggier, I think.
Like what, an apple tree?
No.
Oh.
No, it's stringy. It's like a long,
Yeah. Like vertical, more
yeah.
shaggy bark kind of.
And actually,
in
they're,
long strips.
they're good for like axe handles and stuff like that. It's a really strong, stringy wood.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm trying to see what it's related to, but yeah, you're right on that one. But the leaves kind of almost look like an ash tree. I think that's why they call it
Yeah.
a mountain ash. But they just kind of, the way they branch out is a little bit different, but the leaf itself almost looks like an ash leaf.
And actually, in the springtime, when you hear the flowers, they smell really good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Are they an early spring bloomer? Like,
Like
like
an
everything
apple
else.
tree or something, about the same
Yeah.
time.
yeah,
May, at some point in May,
Yeah.
I think.
very cool. Yeah, I'd have to, next time I'm up that way, you'll have to point some out, or I'll move your property.
Yeah.
Like, show me
There's
some.
one right inside of the driveway. Can't miss it.
Whereabouts?
Just where the small meadow is, just before you get to my fence, right on the left.
Is it where the Amazon guys stop?
No, don't bring that up. What's wrong with you?
Another story for another time.
Oh my God.
No, that's good. Sounds like a cool tree. I like that we have them in the area. How about next month? You guys have a tree you want for next month?
Not
You
yet.
want to think
but
about it?
keep you in suspense, I guess. But
No, I may not be here next month, so
What? We'll talk
north
about
to
that.
Alaska.
We'll talk about that later. All right. Well, thank you guys. That's good.
yeah.
I like listening to it. Do you have anything to add on the mountain ash tree?
No,
I didn't have a chance to do some research on it.
I was going to do a walk-in, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, we still have a couple other things first. So, well, you have the budget update. So, I sent in your slip to get you paid. I still am waiting for yours, Mr. Fisher. for
Oh,
the,
that? Oh,
yeah.
One of these days.
So I don't have a change in the budget at all from last month because everything hasn't come out yet. So, but next month I'll update everything. If that's all right with you guys. It's no change.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
All right. Other than that, walking items will start to my right.
After that walk, can we start doing bugs each month as well?
Ooh, a
Insects.
bug of the month.
Like invasive insects. It was pretty cool. That New Hampshire Bugs website was. Did you go on it?
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's pretty cool.
I
I was
would-
printing out pictures so
Yeah, I
they
would
can tell
totally
because they
do
look
that.
exactly the same. Some of them.
Yeah.
If it educates the public on all this stuff, that's great. That's a
Yeah.
great idea.
So
That
if
would
we can
be
add
cool.
the New Hampshire
That's a
Bugs,
good idea, right?
It's pretty cool.
Look at Danielle. She's like, I like that.
I like that stuff.
Yeah.
It was a cool website.
All right.
And
So
it shows the
Jimmy's going to be
plants.
responsible for the tree of the month, and you're going to be
And I'll find
responsible
the
for the
bug that
bug of
eats
the
it.
month.
Okay.
Give me a little heads up.
We'll have to collaborate on this.
Yeah, maybe you guys can make them in like concert. You know?
We'll team up on it.
I was going alphabetical printing, and then I'm like, maybe I'll go with the bug of the month for his tree.
I love that. So bug of the month.
All
It's
right,
pretty cool.
very good.
That site's pretty cool.
I'd like to learn about that.
Yeah.
Sure.
The pictures
Doug,
are
would you
cool.
like to add any months of a month? Anything?
I mean, I'll think of something, but
No, sounds good. Any other walking items?
The celebration pack, were you gonna talk about?
Yeah, I was
Okay,
gonna
I'm
bring
gonna
that
hold
one
off
up,
on
but if you have it all in front of you, go ahead. Yeah.
Just celebration pack this Thursday at 6:30 for William and Joyce McDevitt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just Thursday, huh?
It's this Thursday.
So if you're not familiar, Celebration Park is 8 Nashua Road, and it's gonna be like a Bluebird, dedication to,
right.
William Bill McDevitt and his wife
6:30 you
Joyce.
said?
Yes.
Yeah.
6:30?
Should be good. They're like, welcome people around 6:30, hopefully around 7 o'clock, start everything. There should be light, snacks and refreshments and,
Plenty of parking.
as long as we don't let Roger talk too long, we should be out of there within an hour. If he talks, it'll probably be 2 hours.
Just put a muzzle on him.
I know. Or like a zap collar.
Oh, jeez.
time's up.
Yeah. Is that it for,
all I
walk-ins? All right.
I got a few.
Mr. Fisher.
So I noticed up on Dutton Road, the Costa sign is in disrepair.
Okay.
Do we get permission to maybe take that down and redo it?
Yeah, kind of do like what you've done with the other
Just,
ones?
yeah, fix it, put a good backing on it, kind of get it together and repaint it and get it up
Yeah,
there.
I'd rather do that before it falls. And
Yeah.
So it's a non-repair or you can,
I think we could probably fix it. I
Okay.
haven't, from the street, it looks a little rough,
yep,
but I think we could probably fix it.
that's cool.
I'll
Yeah,
try anyways.
if you guys are fine with it, I have no, the other ones you did came out unbelievable, so.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
I would have
My
no
daughter saw
problem.
me too, and it's all good.
Yeah, so did Ray, he helped you with those.
Yeah.
He did some painting,
Yeah.
yeah.
Good.
So yeah, no, if you guys are good with that, I'm fine with that.
All right.
Get that done, yeah.
All right. We had talked previously about the duck boxes. I know you had given me permission to put some up,
Yep,
but we didn't have the poles. But Nick Spanos was nice enough to get me some poles for that,
oh, good,
so we can get them put up as soon as we have ice.
yep,
So I just wanted to mention that. The the LaRue field off of Old County Road.
yes, we put 4 boxes there. I
Yeah,
think. Or
yeah,
5.
we got 4 or 5 bluebird boxes there.
Yep,
That's ready to be mowed. I know that Mark Fordia mows it. He helps the town out.
yep,
Want to give a shout out to him, and I'll probably help him. Maybe we might do it this weekend
okay.
and get that taken care of. Keep the
That's a nice little field area. I
that
love
is
area.
nice. Keep the invasives back and so on.
Have you checked the boxes over there?
I have nothing as of yet. As of a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I haven't been there.
What else? Also, Larry Horgan, he cleaned up a couple of trees up at Moose Pond, I guess.
Yep.
And I think I took care of one on Tower Hill Road in Gowing. There was a couple down, so in the
Yeah.
last month.
Yeah, we had a big one down. It was very windy the last several days, so scary being out there. But oh, good.
All right,
Anything else?
that's it for me.
All right, Mr. Hirsch.
No, my questions have been answered.
All right. The only walking item I had was about the Celebration Park on Thursday at 6:30. So if that is it, I would entertain a motion to end this meeting.
Mr. Chair, I would like to make a motion, and I'll have a date is June 22nd.
All right. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right.
All right.
There you gavel.
Great meeting.